children, welcome to English class. Today we are going to see the new chapter that is about empathetic response. What do you mean by empathetic response? So while we are watching a movie or while we are reading a story, we will get into the character and we will think that the character we are, right? So here the empathetic response means while we write or speak about something that we imagine that we are the character in that particular story. That is known as empathetic response. So here, how will you write a good empathetic response? So you have to think, or you have to feel, or you have to act like a character while you are writing a good empathetic response. So what you have to do first? First, you need to read the whole story. Then you have to find the particular character and you have to understand about the character very well. And the next thing is you have to start writing that particular story with the first person. What do you mean by this first person? For example, I told you that you have to understand of the character and you have to think that you are the character in that particular story and you will be starting like I. So you will be starting like I went to the park as I saw some birds flying over there. So you are thinking that you are the main character which you are writing a story about. So that is known as empathetic response. So I will be teaching you how to make a structure for the empathetic response. So here is a question for you. Imagine you were the wounded man and the king has saved your life. Narrate the incident of how you asked for the king's forgiveness and you really were. So here is a question for you that is about, we all know the story, the 3 questions. So you have to think that you are the wounded man now and the king have saved you your life. So now we are going to narrate the incident of how you asked for the king's forgiveness. So there in the story you all know now, the wounded man asked sorry to the king, isn't it? So that he was forgiven by the king. And you know who really he was, right? So same like that, now you are in the character of wounded man and you are going to write the structure as follows. So here you can see EFATS. So you have to make this empathetic response by the structure. So EFATS. So keep it in your mind. EFATS. So E stands for event. F stands for feelings, A stands for action, T stands for thoughts, and S stands for saying. Then what do you mean by event? What happened in the story? Feelings, how did the character feel about it? Action, what did the character do? Thoughts, what was going on in their mind? And what did they say to whom? So these are the questions you have to ask in this order. So first event that you have to find it out, what happened in the story. So here you all know that the king helped the wounded man. So how was the feeling about the character? So here the character, who is the character? The wounded man is the character, isn't it? So now you are the wounded man. So you will be thinking about the king has been saved the life. So we have to ask sorry from him, isn't it? So that is the feeling you will feel because you know the king know that you have come to kill the king even though he helped you, isn't it? Then action. What did the character do? So here he is asking sorry to the king. Then thoughts. What was going on in their mind? So he is feeling very guilty about that, isn't it? So what did she say? What did they say to whom? So he asked sorry to the king. So by this, what you have to do? You have to make the empathetic response. So today we learned how to write an empathetic response by this structure. So here today's homework is about, first you need to create a story that you have to think about yourself as a character in that particular story, and you have to make the structure to follow with these questions, that is about EFATs, And what you have to do with the question, you have to make it the empathetic response with the narration. How to start it? By the first person. Did you get me? So I'll post this in your group. Do that homework and send it to the Google Classroom. So once again I'll repeat it. First, just create a story on your own. With that, you have to mention the character who you are. With that, you have to follow the structure, Emphaths, and then you have to make it as a empathetic response, starting with the letter I, because you will be the main character. Did you get me? So I hope that you all understand today's class. So do the homework and send it to me. Thank you, dear children.